Brandywine, and today we're going to be talking about the book Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. I love the cover. It's so simple, and there's no title. It's just the title on the side. But I just read this book, and I absolutely loved it. It was published in 2000, and I'm reading it now. So it's about 18 years later, which I thought was cool after I read it when I found out, and I went back and thought about all the different scenes to see if it really screamed 2000s. The plot of this book is a new girl comes to town, and she's fantastic. She's outgoing, she's crazy, she wears crazy outfits and costumes that her mom makes, in addition to her normal skirts that she usually wears. She has a pet rat, she plays the ukulele for people. She is just crazy and outgoing and fantastic, and I love her. But the people in her town, especially the high school that she goes to, they love her at first, and then they start to hate her. And so the book follows her travels of trying to deal with that love and then that hate from the high schoolers. Normally I wouldn't read a book that takes place in a high school, or even in the real world. I love fantasy books, but I was out Pokemon raiding, and I came across a little free library in the park, and I saw this book in it. I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. I was nowhere prepared for the emotional roller coaster that this book was going to take me on. I cried reading this book, and I can't remember the last time I cried reading a book. And then, in addition to that, I read it in one day. I mean, it's pretty short. It's 186 pages. But I also can't remember the last time I read a book in one day. I could not put it down. And I was trying to read it to my son out loud, but I was crying too much, and I couldn't even read it out loud to him. This book is amazing. I probably won't be reading it again because it is too emotional for me. But there is a sequel, and I want to read the sequel because I want to find out what happens to Stargirl after this book is done. I want to continue her story. And I would recommend this book to everyone, anyone. I think everyone needs to read it. It is really awesome. At the very least, I hope it would discourage bullying amongst teenagers. I have now read 3 books by this author, and every one of his books got an emotional response from me. His books are like that. He is a great author. I would also recommend any of his other books if you haven't read them yet. I'm really excited because this book is actually going to be made into a movie, and they're going to be filming it here in New Mexico. It's going to be by Disney, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm really, crossing my fingers, hoping that the movie will be as good as the book, but I will definitely have to bring tissues with me when I go see the movie or watch the movie at home so I don't cry in front of a whole theater. But I'm sure everybody else will be crying too. My favorite quote amongst many in this book is on page 32, and it's the 2 main boys are asking their mentor guy about the girl Stargirl, and they're accusing her of being from another planet. She's just so crazy. And the mentor answers, and he says, "On the contrary, she is one of us, most decidedly. She is us more than we are us. She is, I think, who we really are or were." And I just love that because that perfectly sums up Stargirl, but it also makes us think about being more open, less hidden, less conforming, and just more who we really are. So that's it. I absolutely love this book, and I would recommend it to everyone. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe because I'd be posting 3 times a week. And go ahead and like this video, especially if you like this book. Thank you. Goodbye.